Ladies and gentlemen, today we have some massive updates for the future of Nintendo and the Switch 2 and just a bunch of stuff. Nintendo had a shareholder meeting today and they gave us a bunch of amazing updates to look forward to, as well as a little update for that Donkey Kong Country Returns HD game. I'll just warn you now, it's not a good update, but regardless, let's just go ahead and get right into this video. So whether you believe it or not, since we have been talking about this moment for years, we are finally moving towards the next Nintendo console and the next generation of Nintendo consoles. Currently it's dubbed the Switch 2, but this is Nintendo and they like to do weird and wacky stuff. It could eventually just be called the Nintendo Avocado Spaceship or something. I don't know. But regardless, we have a bunch of updates to go over today. So before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, it would truly mean the world to me. And let's go and get right into it. So there was a shareholder meeting today. And in that shareholder meeting, there was a few things that I would like them to talk about, the future of Nintendo, obviously that's a big one, and that's something shareholders want to know what's going on. These shareholders own Nintendo stock, and they want to know if Nintendo stock is going to go up in the future, that way they can make a return on their investments, and Nintendo has to say, hey, this is what we're doing now, this was successful, these are our plans for the next year, and we think this is going to be successful, and then the shareholders will be happy. Not only that, Nintendo kind of addressed some stuff that's been going on recently, maybe some of our concerns, and to be honest, we got a bunch of massive updates and just a plethora of information. So let's start breaking all this information down. So first, let's see what Shigeru Miyamoto had to say, I guess about him inevitably aging and then having to, transfer power at some point. According to an attendee of this year's meeting for Nintendo shareholders, Miyamoto was asked about the issue of creators aging and whether he will continue to be at the helm of game development projects considering his age. In response, Miyamoto remarked, "I consider Nintendo's generational handover to be progressing smoothly. We have developers that are young and brilliant." Expressing gratitude for the inquiry about his well-being, Miyamoto notes he is working comfortably and that while he is leaving most of his practical development work to younger generations, he has not detached from the process either. The creator also emphasizes that he is fully involved in the Pikmin Bloom's development. As you can see, he is getting older, but he's 100% dialed in. You can tell this man is fueled by passion, and I think that's a beautiful thing, really. But so I think we'll have Miyamoto sticking around for at least a little bit longer, probably till maybe the midpoint of the Switch 2, or maybe even longer. So I've actually read through a bunch of this information myself, but for the rest of the information, we're just going to go to Twitter, because a lot of the information is highlighted into some of these threads. So I really like this part right here, because they're basically saying for the Switch 2, we're going to get some new franchises, new IPs entirely. Shinya Takashi, Nintendo's EPD General Manager of the creation of new IP. "We are considering development for customers who enjoy Nintendo franchises, but also to customers who want to enjoy something new. Switch 2 will probably bring some new IPs like the Switch did." So off the top of my head, I can't really think about all the new IPs Nintendo made for the Switch. We had ARMS, Ring Fit Adventure, I guess you could say that. What else did we get? Maybe Astral Chain? Yeah, Astral Chain, I'm pretty sure. But I don't think we got too many new IPs for the Switch. We also got that racing game that was kind of like F-Zero that launched with the Switch, but I really think for the Switch 2, we're going to see a lot more new IPs. At least that's the feeling that I'm getting. So they also updated us about the long development time in between games. Shinya Takashi told shareholders that increased development time is unavoidable, but Nintendo has taken steps to address it. When asked why a new 2D Mario took 10 plus years to happen, talking about Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Tezuka countered with them releasing Mario Maker, Mario Odyssey, and other Mario games too. And yeah, that's a great point. I don't think we had a shortage of Mario. A new 2D Mario, I guess, I could understand the concern a little bit, but it's 2D Mario. So we got Super Mario Bros. Wonder. It changed everything entirely, and in my opinion, it was well worth the wait. So I think game development time isn't as long as we think it is, and you also have to remember, Nintendo loves to sit on stuff. Like a lot of games, they'll have 100% complete and sit on them for a year or two, so, but I understand the concern here. Oh yeah, and on top of that, Nintendo has a great reputation of taking time to finish games. They don't mind delaying games for a year or two, just to make sure they're done right. There's a lot of other game developing companies that don't have, that leisure, and games often come out broken. So if games take a little bit longer, who the hell cares, really? In the past month, The world of game leaks has been turned upside down entirely. There's been multiple controversies, and Nintendo addresses that. At their annual shareholder meeting, Nintendo says they are aware of all the leaks that have happened and are taking measures to prevent them in the future, employing information security companies, and increasing employee training. There are some things Nintendo can't prevent or control, like other companies screwing up or posting trailers early. So, it seems to be a big issue, or at least a big enough issue, that they really want to tighten everything up. And can you blame them? Like, I love game leaks, you guys probably love them too. It's fun to speculate, it's fun just to go over them, almost as entertainment. But when you take away that big surprise or big reveal, like it probably hurts the company a little bit, or at least the hype for it. For example, Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Like a week or two before this game was announced, there was leaks saying that we're going to get a Zelda game where you play as Zelda, and that it was possibly a 2D Zelda. And as crazy as all that sound, when we seen the reveal trailer, we're like, holy shit, those leaks were 100% correct. And it just kind of takes away a little bit of the shock value. So we have a little bit more information about the Switch 2 here. Shareholders didn't specifically ask about the Switch 2, only saying that it contributes to Nintendo earnings forecasts being so unpredictable. Nintendo responds by stressing how important surprises are, and that they aren't willing to reveal the products they are working on, thus ruining the surprises. They still want to have friendly communication with shareholders despite this. Exactly what I was saying. Even though they could probably say some stuff to the shareholders, they know that's going to leak out immediately, and it ruins the surprise, it ruins the hype, it ruins any big events they're planning. So as much as I want to know about the Switch 2, and you guys do too, I see where they're coming from 100%. And in my opinion, I think we get an update very, very soon. Like, within 60 to 90 days. And I have some good reasons to think that, but I guess time will tell, right? And quickly, we have an update for the new Donkey Kong Country Returns HD game, which isn't really new, it's like kind of old and then old again. But the price, we were all wondering, how expensive is this game going to be? And it turns out it is fully priced at $60, which is bananas. Get it? Donkey Kong bananas? You get it. So the major game to compare that to, and the pushback is, why was Metroid Prime Remastered only $40 when it's way more impressive, just a better game all around? And it's $20 less than Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. The day that Metroid Prime Remastered was revealed, and Shadow dropped I believe the same day for $40, was the same day we got the price for Tears of the Kingdom. So that was the first time Nintendo was saying, hey, we have a $70 game and that might be the future price for games. So to soften the blow, they released Metroid Prime Remastered for $40, and it kind of bamboozled us a little bit. But now we're always comparing it to that, and I agree, I think Donkey Kong Country Returns HD shouldn't even be more than $30. I won't be picking it up, but this is Nintendo and they do Nintendo stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about all this information? We got updates on the future of Nintendo, the Switch 2, Switch 2 games, new IPs, just everything. And unfortunately, a horrible update about Donkey Kong. In the comments below, let me know your thoughts and opinions as always, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you could. I'd really appreciate a follow. You guys know me, I'll see you soon with a new video. Peace out.